Hi everyone, I hope your day's going good. I can't wait to ruin it. Remember last week when I gushed about how amazing dividends are and how my end goal of investing is to live off of my fat dividend checks I'll receive every month? Well, unfortunately, there's some drawbacks to playing the dividend game, and I'm here today to explain what those are. So first and foremost, I'm going to tackle something that's super important to remember with dividends. The cash payment you receive from your dividend is simply an equivalent monetary value that leaves your share. That sentence sounded a little confusing, so let me break it down. Imagine you have a $50 stock that pays you 15 cents in dividends each month. Every time a month passes, you see your cash value in your account increase by 15 cents times however many shares you own. But your $50 stock, everything else held constant, decreases in value by 15 cents. So now it's only worth $49.85. So dividends are just cash that leaves the share and gets converted into liquid cash in your account. Now it's time for a quiz. Why do you think that's a bad thing? I mean, money isn't actually being lost here, just converted from your stock holdings into an equivalent amount of cash. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Alright, got your answer? Let's see if it's correct. If a company chooses to pay out dividends, that's cash that the company is returning to its shareholders. Cash that could have been used by the company to invest in things like building new factories, hiring more employees, marketing, or other things. So basically, the company that pays dividends is essentially handicapping some potential growth as a business in order to reward shareholders for holding on to their stock. Is that a good trade-off? Well, if the company is using the money for reinvestment back into the company, then the company could be much bigger in the future and worth a whole lot more money in the long run than if it paid steady dividends. I mean, companies like Nvidia only started paying dividends around a decade ago, and even then, they're tiny, tiny dividends. But you see that the money Nvidia saved on avoiding big dividends was reinvested into the company and skyrocketed their growth. One more super quick thing I'll go over before this bonus episode ends is tax efficiency. Every time you get paid dividends, you're taxed on them, right? I mean, unless you keep them in a tax-free investment account. But in this case, we'll assume you're not. The taxes add up. Even if you reinvest the cash immediately you earn from dividends, you still get taxed on the payout already. Now, if you invest purely for capital gains and not dividends, you're essentially automatically reinvesting all your gains and skipping that small hit of tax every now and then. Over decades, this generally adds up huge. Now, as far as you know, I don't know where you live, so I don't know the exact tax rules in your country, state, or province. But generally, capital gains are more efficient tax-wise compared to dividends. Okay, so I think you understand the drawbacks of strictly dividend investing now. In my opinion, that's why I believe dividend investing is an endgame strategy. When you have a bunch of money, then you put it into a stable high dividend paying ETF. You make a ton of cash, but you won't see an insane amount of portfolio growth. I hope you enjoyed this bonus episode. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see the full feature content next weekend. See you then.